Absolutely. But I think treasure hunting and archaeology should work side by side.
But Colin is not exactly hand in hand with English Heritage over this. They are concerned about people like him and question whether he should be going there at all.
Our interest is to ensure that any investigation and recovery from wreck sites underwater is undertaken to archaeological standards in accordance with a seamless approach to the historic environment. But I couldn't see any evidence that it was going to be undertaken with sympathy to the archaeology.
English Heritage have sent their own boat to survey the seabed with a view to having it designated a protected wreck site. This would mean that the likes of Colin could only dive there under strict supervision. But at the moment, Colin is breaking no law. He reports all his finds to the official receiver of wreck, as he is obliged to do.
This is copper nails. This is used on timber ships in the mid-18th century.
Colin, what have we got here?
Time for me to take my first look at Colin's discoveries.
Is this the 300 artefacts, or some of them which you found?
Yeah, most of them here.
That's probably a kettle, isn't it?
It's modern, I
That
believe.
must be modern, mustn't it? But look, we've got other stuff here. There's a nice brass pin.
That's a part of a ship's bell.
Yes, it is, isn't it? That's
Bronze.
good. I'll show you how it works. It's a little bit of the bottom flange of a bell, about this size, something like that, I would have thought. Yeah. Well, I think you found a shipwreck.
I think we have.
Oh, it's cold. It's a nice nail.
I'm not really convinced yet that he has discovered the remains of that Spanish galleon.
The trouble with this stuff is it goes on and on and on, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
And so you could say, well, it's 17th, 18th, 19th, it could even be 20th century.
But then...
Oh, isn't that lovely? Let's have a think. There, that's that. God, you can smell it, can't you? This is a genuine ship's timber. I wonder what it's made of. Is it oak?
I think it's oak, yeah.
It looks like oak, doesn't it? And has it got worm in it?
Yeah, it's got gribble worm and also a Toledo worm.
It's got some Toledo in there, hasn't it? Going down through there. Now, Toledo worm, that's really significant because that suggests the ship has been in tropical waters. It's not just a Devon or Cornish fishing vessel.
No. And then...
But what have we got here?
we found this next to a reef.
I don't believe
Close
it.
inshore.
Huge anchor, the sort of size you would find for a merchantman or man of war.
Would you think that's now? Does this prove to you there's a shipwreck down there?
Well, I mean, let's have a think. It's pretty spot on. It's large enough to be from, you know, a large Spanish or English merchantman, isn't it?
It's a bower anchor.
This is a real piece of evidence. A bower anchor, the sort of thing that you find on shipwreck sites. Because what they did was drop these over the reef to stop the ship smashing into the rocks.
The anchor was found on a reef 30 metres or so away from where Colin found his 2 silver dollars. Colin's immediate attack on the encrusted anchor is just the sort of thing that alarms English Heritage.
We would require that a conservator and a conservation consultant has previously been appointed to advise on conservation and material remains recovered from the seabed and given first aid treatment. And we will certainly, for any ferrous material, ensure and insist that that has the opportunity to be x-rayed and recorded before any concretions are removed.
I must admit that I'm beginning to become convinced that there might be a wreck down there, rather than this being a wild goose chase. However, an anchor and some ship's timbers are not really enough evidence. And to be honest, even if they were, I doubt whether there will be much left on the seabed, after so many people have been there looking for the treasure over the years. But Colin might just be lucky.
So, Colin, it's taking you 25 years to find this much. Is it going to take another 25 to find the wreck?
We should carry on and carry on and carry on until the end of the day we find treasure. So I'm lured. It's like a magnet. It just draws you to it. Incredible. Very exciting.
Well, that's just about it for this series of Inside Out West, but we will be back in January with more surprising real-life stories from close to home. In the meantime, you can watch this evening's show again on our website, of course, and until next year, thank you for watching and goodbye.